It's been 8 years since Kelly Brock sang in the choir at Burnaby Central School. Since then, she has come a long ways, especially for someone who didn't know what she was going to do after leaving school.
I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do at that point. There was different options that I was looking at, going back to school, you know, and singing, I just sort of fell into it. You know, I had a boyfriend who played in a band and would watch them rehearse and stuff, and just got up and sang one night, and I thought, yeah, this is cool, I like this, and then just joined my own band.
The band was the Los Durangos. Kelly answered an ad in the Georgia Straight that was looking for a female lead singer. Once she was hired, it was time for this 18-year-old to pack up and get ready for a cross-country tour.
Well, we went as far as Toronto and different dates across the country. And when we reached Toronto, we did some showcases for a couple of record companies, went and had a few luncheons with a few A&R guys. And basically that was what the whole trip consisted of, was just playing different provinces and then you know, doing some colleges and interviews and then going to Toronto to meet with the record company people and see what we could strike up.
Although the tour and their EP were fairly successful, the trip brought to light some character differences in the band members that caused some stress that they would not overcome.
It was successful, I think, business-wise and professionally, you know, as musicians. Personally, it was a bit of a disaster because when we got back home, the band split up. So there was a lot of personal difficulties amongst the band members that caused the whole thing to just deteriorate. Mm-hmm. So unfortunately, you know, if everyone had gotten along, I think that the Los Durangos probably would have done something, and we probably would have got a deal, and who knows where we would be today. But because of the personality problems, it just didn't happen. So it's a shame.
After some time off, Kelly joined Innocent 3, and once again, things began to happen very quickly. The band won Spotlight 88 and an opportunity for Kelly to appear in her first music video. The music video was for a nationally distributed single, but once again, success would take a detour.
Personality problems again arose because of the success from the contest. I think it was really, you know, hard on different members, and they didn't know how to take it, and the band was sort of, we were sort of like kind of in a hiatus, and then all of a sudden we win this, and it's like, we're a band again. Okay, now what are we gonna do, right? And it was like, well, we don't know if, you know, the drummer wasn't getting along with the guitar player, and so the guitar player who wrote all the songs, and it was like basically his band, he was like, okay, well, I want a new drummer, you know, so we got a new drummer, and it just all that kind of stuff, right? And so it just fell apart.
With all this valuable experience, Kelly has decided that going independent would give her an opportunity to make decisions on her own and to control her own destiny.
It would just be a lot easier for me to sort of deal with things and be in control of things, as opposed to it being, you know, 4, 5, 6 people making a group decision. And I mean, I get along really well. I'm really easygoing, and I get along well with people. But I just thought that always just to do the solo things, and then I call the shots.
She has now put together her own band, and with her at the controls, has developed a sound that inherits all of her past experience.
Well, there's still elements of what I've done in the past there. I think the roots element is there from the Los Durangos. But primarily, I've been influenced a lot in the last 3 or 4 years by soul, R&B, Aretha Franklin, Marvin Gaye. And I think vocally, there's a lot of that influence there. And then stylistically and musically, I'm working with 2 guys, Andy Acklin and Ed Young, who are influenced a lot by, well, Andy's a guitar player. I mean, Clapton, Knopfler, Queen was a big influence. So, I mean, you've got all those sort of influence. But I would say it's acoustic, pop, R&B, soul kind of stuff.
As for the future of Kelly Brock, she has associated herself with someone she hopes can get her the break she needs. He's best known for being Katie Lang's producer, and his name is Greg Penny.
Well, we worked together in November. We wrote 4 songs. I went down to LA, and we worked on 4 songs in his 16-track home basement studio. And I'm planning on going out there sometime in the next 6 to 8 weeks to finish those tracks. We just did bed tracks. And I'm also going out there to do some showcases, acoustic showcases for ASCAP. And so I'm going to put it all in one trip and go down there. So that in the immediate future, that's what we're going to end up doing.
All of this with no management. But Kelly says at this point in her career, she's happy to do things on her own. And although there is already some interested parties, she says she'll wait for the appropriate one.
I think good management is really important. The reason why I don't have management right now is because I can do everything. At this level, I can do it all on my own. Obviously, I'm not making enough money to pay a manager. And I'm interested in... There's a few managers that have shown some interest back east, and one fellow in LA. So I would rather hold out for somebody that's a little more connected in the business as opposed to somebody who is just starting out and wants to get into the business, because I feel I can do that on my own.
She's still very young, but now has a world of experience, and she says that she'll use it all and find out exactly where she's going.
Thank you. I think that I'm a bit of a fatalist, and I think that I've had to go through all these steps and all these projects to get to where I am and where I need to go. And I think that, I don't look back at those projects and go, what went wrong? Why didn't it work? I just leave it and I just go, okay, this is what I've learned, and, just through experience.